I'm already in love with Edinburgh and I haven't even stepped outside the bus yet.
Can a city truly enchant you from the very first moment? Unleash an undeniable magic that seems to unlock a hidden part of your own spirit. That's exactly how Edinburgh felt to me when we arrived. I was instantly mesmerized, as if already falling under its spell. Hi, Hanna here. Continuing our Scotland van adventure, Scott and I trade the majestic Highlands for ancient cobblestone streets. Prepare for things to get a little bit witchy as we visit mystical shops, befriend a wise owl, brew potions, and begin to feel a new kind of freedom unfold. Let's explore Edinburgh.
Today's the day. Edinburgh.
Edinburgh, baby.
I'm so excited about this. I have hyped it up, really. I really have hyped it up.
I can't see out that mirror at all.
No, it's
no. Give it a little wipe with your hand.
Yeah. This is in my pocket.
While we'd come to Scotland partly to escape the city life, Edinburgh was the one city that kept calling to us, me especially. I just knew it would be special somehow. After having parked up Wally at a camping and greeted the neighbouring cows,
I used to have that exact haircut at school.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that.
We jumped on a bus that would take us straight to the heart of this enchanting city.
I'm a bit hungry and Scott really wants coffee, so we're gonna go and find a cafe, fika. And after that, we'll do some sightseeing and...
I'm going to check out the Harry Potter love shop.
Oh wait,
The Harry Potter potion shop.
was it a Harry Potter related one? I didn't know that. Oh.
Yeah, that's what Butterbay is from.
Cool. Oh yeah, I know that, but I am excited. Oh, so excited.
Just excited.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Very excited.
Very, very excited.
Yeah, I was indeed excited. Even the bus ride was a true pleasure, offering beautiful views of Edinburgh's ancient Gothic architecture, towering tenements, and narrow, shadowy closes. I was in awe, a different kind than what I felt amongst the majestic Highland mountains, but equally meaningful.
I'm already in love with Edinburgh and I haven't even stepped outside the bus yet. We're off the bus and now we're gonna go and find a cafe. Very Scottish in here. And Scott is having a full Scottish breakfast and I'm having a full English breakfast. Because the Scottish one contains haggis. And I'm not ready for haggis yet.
Scott is having a Scottish breakfast in Scotland.
After breakfast, Edinburgh Castle called to us.
Castle?
Did you know that this fortress actually sits atop an extinct volcano? So that isn't just any hill you see. For centuries, Edinburgh Castle served as a royal residence for Scottish monarchs, hosting kings and queens until 1633. Today, the castle stands as a world-renowned historic monument and a major draw for visitors from around the world. And, supposedly, it's also very haunted. I like to believe that's true. Unfortunately, the castle itself was fully booked that day, so we couldn't enter. Still, just standing there at the top of the Royal Mile, Edinburgh's most famous historic street, was an experience in itself. Surrounded by medieval architecture, it felt like stepping back in time. You could almost feel the weight of history clinging to the stones. A history that wasn't always bright. Almost hidden there on the castle esplanade stood the Witch's Well, a small monument honoring those accused and persecuted for witchcraft centuries ago.
All of a sudden, I got this quite heavy feeling in my chest. I feel my heart pounding a bit. And I don't know if it's sort of the energy around this place, the dark history, or if it's me thinking about the cruelty of it and the unfairness that they must have felt, these women and men. They weren't all just women, but this was in Scotland, this was the biggest place for witch trials, where most women and men were accused of witchcrafts and then were burnt or strangled. So it is definitely a sort of lingering, heavy energy around here, I think.
Between the 15th and 17th centuries, thousands of Scots were accused of witchcraft during the European witch hunts. Many, mostly women, were executed right here on the castle esplanade, strangled, then burned. The vast majority accused weren't practicing anything malicious, just victims of paranoia fueled by religious beliefs. But perhaps some were keepers of older traditions, like herbal remedies or a deep connection with nature, what you might call wisecraft. Nothing like the devil worship they were accused of. And it's fascinating how today many people are drawn back to those very things, connecting with nature, exploring herbal medicine, divination, practices I myself enjoy. And maybe in our rational, often disconnected world, rediscovering this wisecraft is something that many of us deeply longing for.
There is definitely something within me that's very intrigued by this and feel drawn towards this type of a craft. Although these people weren't really practicing witches, most of them. But some people were. Some people were doing the herbal medicine and the healing and anything that could be considered witchcraft. And those are things that I do today. So I'm just imagining myself being one of them who were put for trial, and I would probably be burnt at stake myself. That's not going to happen today. I don't have to fear it, so I can sort of reclaim it for myself and for these women, and have a good experience, have a fun day, have a witchy day, and go and drink a butterbeer now. What do you think, Scott?
Walking these streets now, so vibrant and joyful, it's almost impossible to imagine the darkness that once took place here. Today, Edinburgh stands as a warm city that has fully embraced its magic, with street performers, quirky little shops, colorful characters everywhere, and just unexpected wonderful things around every corner.
It's really difficult and it's not going to last long, so clap quickly once it starts. Finally, Edinburgh, make some noise. If what you want to see is me hurt myself! What? Make some noise. Give me one more big cheer! Does anyone know how to stop? 3, 2, 1! Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Matthew Kerr. Thank you so much for watching.
And the magic continued. Imagine my awe when I found myself holding a real owl. It was a surreal feeling. I fell in love.
Oh, he looks chill, happy.
I love him.
Yeah.
Bramble. How old is he?
9 years.
9. Yeah, that's amazing. Thank you so much. Right, we're gonna transfer him back.
Yeah, I just have to get an associate. My name is Leonor.
Leonor. Well, thank you for this. So nice to meet you and Bramble.
Nice to meet you too.
All right, now it was time to visit what would become perhaps my favorite pub ever. Not that I ever go to pubs, but you know, Magic Potions Tavern. If every pub was like this though, with instead of ordinary menus, they have spell books where you can mix your own potions, drinks, then obviously I would go to pubs more often.
This is the face of someone who's very excited.
Well, I'm gonna make my own potion. How could you not be excited? And also, I just had the best encounter with an owl. I got to hold an owl. And now I want a pet owl. I want an owl to sit on my shoulders. I can walk about in town with my little owl. Me and my owl.
Wow.
Do you think that could happen?
I think
He could come with us on the Wally travels.
we get our own little Hedwig for the road.
Yeah. I'm serious. I know we said a golden retriever, but we can start with an owl.
I don't know anything about owls. I'd be terrified of him flying away and driving with him in the van.
We'll make it work.
Oh, thank you.
I think this was the moment where I realized that if a city could be your soulmate, Edinburgh would be mine. This place just has a way of making me feel like a kid again. I'm sure you can tell, with my constantly massive smile and eyes shining with a level of excitement you usually only see in children on Christmas morning. Why am I like this?
I do feel like a witch now, making my very first potion. It's like my first day at Hogwarts. Alright, shall I try? Very good. Very cinnamon, cinnamon iron brew orange. Yeah, I love cinnamon. You're gonna try a butterbeer?
Lovely.
Down to the lighthouse. You just have to be a bit careful because the sheep also use the stairs.
So good.
They'll wet.
The potion tavern was amazing. And now we're going to the next witchy place, which is a shop called the Weird Shop, just down the street. And they'll have lots of crystals, tarot cards, incense, all things that a witch would enjoy. If Hogwarts was a city, then Edinburgh would be it.
I just wanted to take a moment here, because I know witchcraft is a really serious spiritual path for many people today, and I deeply respect that. While I'm having fun exploring the more whimsical side of things in Edinburgh, like with the potions and maybe some stereotypical witchy stuff, please know it all comes from a place of genuine curiosity and reverence.
I don't think I'm gonna go for the hat this time. I want to start small.
Finding joy in this is just my personal way of connecting with that energy and dipping my toes into this world. Anyways, my absolute favorite mystical shop we found in Edinburgh was Black Moon Botanica on the street called Candlemaker Row. It was a haven of crystals, candles, herbs, art, tarot cards, and all sorts of other mystical treasures that I love.
What do you think? Is it worth it?
Yeah.
Do you think so?
When I'm in shops like this one, there are always too many things that catch my interest. It might seem cute, but it's actually quite problematic. Ask Scott. There's only so much space in a van, you know?
I could be in here all day. There's so many things that I feel like are just calling for me. I feel very drawn to this book. Heal the Witch Womb, reclaim your magic and step into your power.
So I think I spent in total maybe an hour in both two esoteric shops, and poor Scott stayed outside waiting for me. This might not be his preferred interest, but it is mine, clearly. You've been a real trooper, a real soldier.
Just walked around today, really. How many steps do you think we've done?
7,000?
More than that. So like
10?
15.
Really? I don't feel like it.
Our first day in the city is done.
Our first day in Edinburgh drew to an end, leaving me feeling really content and uplifted. It's strange, even after just one day, Edinburgh somehow already felt a bit like home. I know Edinburgh is a place I'm gonna wanna come back to, partly because it felt like I was connecting with another side of myself here, one I don't always show. You know, I've always felt drawn to the more mystical side of life, ever since I was a kid actually. But I'd also often held that back, kept it to myself, worried about seeming weird, afraid of not quite fitting in. But being in Edinburgh, wandering the streets, visiting those mystical shops, thinking about the history, it really felt like the city itself had kind of given me permission. Permission to embrace those parts of myself without apologizing. It definitely felt like something inside me had been stirred, maybe even awakened. And that evening, I made a quiet promise to myself, to not let the fear of judgment hold me back, to simply follow what lights up my soul. Whether it's drumming in the wild, hugging trees, leaving gifts for fairies, doing late night rituals, or just fully expressing my childlike wonder. I will follow what ignites my soul, and so be it. I'll try, at least. So yeah, looking back now, I think I understand why Edinburgh had called to me so strongly. It wasn't just a charm, it was this feeling, this encouragement for me to explore and embrace all of who I am. So I'm curious, can anyone else relate to sometimes hiding parts of yourself? Maybe passions or quirks, out of the fear of seeming too weird or not fitting in? If you feel comfortable sharing, I genuinely love to hear about it in the comments. Let's make this a supportive space where we can feel free to be our wonderful, unique selves. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, giving it a like, leaving a comment, subscribing to my channel, or sharing really helps me out and means the world. But our time in Edinburgh doesn't end here. There's still so much more magic and hidden corners of this city left to discover. And you didn't really think we'd visit the birthplace of Harry Potter without exploring at least some of the places that sparked that world, did you? You might want to stay tuned for the next episode. Alright, until next time, stay enchanted.
So is this your favourite city then?
Yes, ever, honestly. And we've just seen like a quarter of it, or less. It's definitely my favorite city.